Okay, I want you to imagine an AI assistant on your phone that's not only faster and more private, but one that works even when you're completely offline. No Wi Fi, no signal, no problem. Well, that's not some far off concept anymore. It's the reality Google is building right now with its latest breakthrough, Gemma 4. So let's dive in and break down what this actually means for all of us.
Just let that statement sink in for a second. For years, powerful AI has been this distant thing, right? Something that lives way out in the cloud and we just kind of tap into it through the internet. But that's all changing. We are right in the middle of this massive shift, moving all that brain power from those giant remote data centers directly onto the devices we carry around every single day. Think of it like this. For the longest time, AI was kind of like a giant supercomputer in a building somewhere that you had to call up to ask a question. Now, imagine a tiny, powerful version of that supercomputer has packed its bags and moved right into your phone or your laptop. That's the whole idea behind on-device AI. So, why is this move from the cloud such a big deal? Well, the benefits they're huge. With the old school cloud AI, your data has to travel back and forth, which, brings up all sorts of privacy questions. On-device AI keeps your information right where it should be, with you. It's also way faster, like basically zero lag, because there's no round trip to a server. And the real killer feature? It works completely offline. And that brings us to the star of the show today, Google's Gemma 4. This thing was built from the ground up by the team at Google DeepMind to be a perfect example of this new on-device AI revolution. It's totally redefining what's possible on the hardware you already own. So what is Gemma 4 exactly? Well, the first thing you've got to understand is that it isn't just one single AI. It's actually a whole family of really powerful open models. And that family structure is super important because it lets developers pick the perfect sized tool for whatever job they're doing, from a tiny model for a smartwatch all the way up to a massive one for a developer's workstation. Now, you heard me say open models. What does that actually mean? Well, by releasing Gemma 4 under something called an Apache 2.0 license, Google is basically making it free for anyone, you, me, big companies, to use it, change it, and build cool new things on top of it. This open approach is a huge deal. It's what really speeds up innovation for the entire AI community. Okay, so we've got an open family of models that runs right on your device. Got it. But the real game changer here isn't just where it runs, but what it does. See, Gemma 4 is designed to go way, way beyond the simple chatbots we're used to. This is an AI that actually takes action. It's what people in the industry call an autonomous agent. And here's the difference. A chatbot answers a question. An agent gets a job done. It can understand a really complex multi-step request, it can access other apps on your phone as tools, and it can work on its own to finish a task, all without you having to micromanage it every step of the way. And this right here is a perfect example of what we mean by doing. Let's say you just talked to your phone, describing your sleep patterns over the last week. Okay, step 1. Gemma 4 actually analyzes your speech. Step 2, it pulls out the important info. Hours slept, how you felt, that kind of thing. And then step 3, it actually creates a visual graph of those trends for you. See, it's not just understanding, it's doing. All right, let's circle back to that idea of Gemma 4 being a family of models. This is where it gets incredibly practical. I mean, you can't just cram a massive server-sized AI onto a little smartphone, right? So Google built a whole range of sizes, each one perfectly tailored for specific kinds of hardware. If you look at the lineup, you've got these smaller, super efficient models called E2B and E4B. Those are designed for things like phones and smart home devices. But then, for the really heavy-duty tasks, you can scale way up to the much larger 26B and 31B models for powerful desktops and servers. It's all about having the right size tool for the job. And get this, the smallest model, that Gemma 4 E2B, can run using less than 1.5 gigabytes of memory. That is incredibly small. It's this tiny memory footprint that makes it possible for such a smart AI to run on devices that just couldn't handle the huge models of the past. Yeah, this chart really drives the point home, doesn't it? I mean, look at the staggering difference in memory you need for the small on-device models versus their giant server-based cousins. This breakthrough in efficiency is what makes powerful, private, on-device AI a reality today, not just some dream for tomorrow. But we're not just talking about an AI that only understands text commands. Nope. The Gemma 4 family was built to be multimodal, which is just a fancy way of saying it has more senses than just language.
So, what can it actually perceive? What kind of information can it process without any help? Let's take a look.
Okay, so every model in the Gemma 4 family can understand images and even video. They're great at stuff like reading a chart or pulling text out of a picture. But what's really, really cool is that the smaller on-device models, the E2B and E4B, also have native audio input. Your personal assistant can literally listen and understand you, all without ever sending your voice to the cloud. That's huge.
So, it's put all these pieces together. What do we have? We have an AI that's private, it's fast, it works offline, it can do complex tasks, it comes in sizes for every device, and it understands text, images, video, and audio. What this really means is that the whole concept of a personal assistant is about to get a massive upgrade. And this right here, this is the whole ballgame. On the left, you've got the traditional chatbot. It's kind of a passive information desk. You ask, it answers. On the right, you've got a Gemma 4 agent. This is an active partner. It doesn't just answer you, it acts for you. It completes tasks, it uses your other apps as tools, and it does it all right there on your device, whether you're online or not. This is the leap forward. So, what this all means is that we're finally moving from an AI that you just talk to an AI that truly works for you. And that leaves us with a really exciting question to think about. Once this is on your phone, what's the first real task you'd give an assistant that can finally actually do things?